All right, finally, we found a spot that has loads of fish in it. I can actually see them. There are quite a number of different types of fish down there. More on this in just 1 second, because this thing is responsible for us finding good fish today. I'll explain why in a second. But first, let's see if we can catch some fish. Yes, fish on. Oh, that is just beautiful. Look at that. The colors on these things are just remarkable. Yes, fish on. Yes, that's a nice one. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. I actually saw him put a bit of a wake on top of the water as he moved. Remarkable colors on these. There he goes. All right, we gotta follow. We gotta follow. Yes, bass on. Yes, nice. Turn the drag down just a bit. Woo! That's why. Turn that drag down a little bit so they don't snap that line. It's a very light line, and it's a very light rod, although I did catch, ooh, man, he's fighting real strong. I've caught carp about 5-6 pounds in New York City on this rod, so I know it can handle a good fish, but I don't usually use 4-pound line. I usually keep it around 6, just in case I catch a really big carp on it. I'm gonna treat this guy with the respect he deserves here in regards to playing him. Man, look at him just pulling drag on this thing. Smooth drag, that's real important. That's the thing. Pull and drag is great, as long as the drag is smooth. All right, let's just try to swing him up. Oh, don't kick. A lot of the times the kick puts too much shock on the line. There we go. Make sure we're holding this guy properly. The way you see a lot of American bass fishermen holding bass, just terrible for the fish. They do it better in Australia. Let's get him back. Nice. All right, let's talk for a minute about this bike. The Hovsco HovBeta, it's a folding bike, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but there you have it. It folds in, it folds out, folds up, it folds down. You can carry all your gear on this, but the real reason I like to have an electric bike, you guys can see, I'm gonna let the camera roll for a minute. I spend a lot of time walking. Not fishing, walking. You fish one spot, you gotta walk all the way to your next spot. You get a bike like this, you can cover that ground very, very fast. Normally, this is like a 10-minute walk between spots, and I may or may not catch fish in each of those spots. On this bike, it's just a few seconds, you're there. It moves really quick. You can unlock this thing via an app to go up to 28 miles an hour. Look at that poor guy. Old-fashioned bike. I rode all day long with this thing with live bait on the back. It's nice and smooth, and it can cover quite a bit of different terrain, up and downhill. Watch me go uphill. Piece of cake. Wow, incredible, look at that. Whoa, that's cool. You can use the power of the throttle or the pedal assist, which is real nice. You just barely tap those pedals and it propels you forward. Makes you actually feel a lot stronger than you really are, so you get a bit of an ego boost while you're at it. There's a torque sensor on this bike. It makes the riding real easy. You guys can see I'm actually doing this with one hand. I'm holding the GoPro in my right hand. Hydraulic disc brakes will stop this thing on a dime if you wanted to. And that actually saved my bacon a little bit here. Yeah, slow down there, Barry Allen.
Love this.
It has a 7-speed shifter from Shimano. All you fishermen know Shimano makes good stuff. The battery is located in the center of the bike. You can just fold it right out quite easily. It's a 750 watt motor and a 48 volt 15 amp Samsung LG battery. It's got this really cool LED light strip on the back. You could actually take it out and use it for a work light. My favorite part though, on the base of the battery, you can actually charge it while it's still in the bike. You don't actually have to remove the whole thing just to charge the bike again. Really easy, convenient system. You just flip a couple of switches, the bike folds up. It's a bit heavy, so I would say get familiar with the weight of this bike, the center of gravity, which way it's gonna wanna fall when you pick it up. Get used to that and you're golden. This thing, it folds up quite small. You can put it in the back of a car, the trunk of a car, your Jeep, your truck. And yes, there's mud on mine because I use it. Now this thing has a 40 to 60 mile riding range, and a lot of that depends on the speed that you're riding at. And you can even get a trailer made to carry all your gear that attaches to the back of the bike if you like to use more stuff that I'm using in this video. All right, back to the fishing. Long cast with the wind. It's always nice when you're casting with the wind to your back. And oh, fish on. Fish on, fish on. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. There's a bass chasing him. Tiny little guy. Very itty bitty little bluegill. Back he goes. Let's go again. Oh, yep, something following. Fish on. That one made a wake on top of the water. It's like a miniature GT. Micro-sized. God, I love this spot. It's a good bait spot, actually. Look at that, 2 fish down. We got the same bait on. The wind changes direction so fast. There's a storm coming. Storm's coming. Yep, bass on, yes! That is what I wanted. I wanted that. I didn't see him until he came up to it, but you know, in the back of your mind, when you've got a little ditch full of bass and smaller sunfish, you want the bass. Beautiful fish, perfectly hooked too. That's a good little take. Get this hook out of his mouth. I'll have to switch to a different brand of hook. These ones have the barb on this is too big, I think. Beautiful fish. Very nice. Very nice. If you key eye when you cast, you're more likely to catch fish. Something, come on. Fish on. Oh, this is a nice one. Nice little bluegill. Yes. Come here. Beautiful. Get him back. We're averaging about a fish a cast, you know, honestly. Someone's gonna go back and count now. Be like, actually. Do y'all know where YouTube trolls get their water? From a well, actually. Okay, that was a bite. Yes, got him. Oh, it's a nice red ear. Oh, we'll call it a day on this one. This is a nice fish. Actually, this might be the fish of the day. Close to it, he's nice. Whoosh, yes, fish of the day, easily fish of the day. Oh my God, I love this. I love last cast fish of the day. Nothing beats this. Hang on. Beautiful fish. Look at the eye on that. Insane. What a gorgeous animal. Oh, it's like fire. Look at that. It's like a fire. That is incredible. What a gorgeous animal. Oof. He says as he just drops it. Luckily, he kicked out of my hand, went from the bush and then he flexed and flipped into the water. So I mean, it's still not ideal, but at least he did not touch the concrete. That's what I'm gonna comfort myself with, making that mistake on camera. Because that's the thing, you catch the fish of the day and suddenly you drop it, you just can't cut it out of the film because it's the fish of the day. But you can't just be like, just imagine we put it back. So yeah, I dropped it, but he'll be fine. Yeah, things to take away from this. Just can't forget to hold them over the water. And also, I don't like those hooks. I'm gonna get different hooks next time. The barb on that is too big. But yeah, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. All right, guys, follow the link in the description to get yourself one of those. The Hovsco HovBeta, beautiful bike. I like the purple one, but you can get them in red and blue, all different kinds of colors. You don't see a lot of deep purple bikes though. I have to say, that one is just, it's a nice looking one, you know? Very, very handy to have. You know, it is a pain. You guys never get to really see how much time I don't want to say waste because it goes into the final product, but how much unsuccessful fishing I have as a YouTuber. You just see the good bits, right? So much of my time, I would say 70% of it, is just wasted going from fishing spot to fishing spot. But if you are on something that can move as fast as an Olympic sprinter, you can cut down so much effort and time that you spend going from place to place to place, especially if you do urban fishing like I do. Just being able to cruise on that bike from spot to spot to spot, it cuts out an enormous amount of time. I was able to cover like 5-6 different spots yesterday in the amount of time it usually takes me to just test one area. So, you know, you watch what we do. We hit a spot. It looks good here. It looks good there. It looks good on the far end. Imagine that's over an entire lake or a long creek. You're walking back and forth. You're losing so much time. Just ride it. Just ride it. It really does make a difference. I quite like that. Just being able to stop, fish, go, fish. And then, you know, 5 or 6 spots later, you find what you're looking for. Normally, guys, that would take me like 3 days. 3 days of walking, because I fish primarily on foot. I don't use a boat a whole lot. Most of you don't have boats either. Cut down on that time. Get yourself a bike from Hovsco. The HovBeta is the one that I'm going to recommend. That's the one we've been using, and it works so incredibly well. Link in the description. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. I quite enjoyed the light tackle stuff. You know, I spend so much time going after gigantic fish, and we actually have a fun trip that we're going on in a minute to catch some truly gigantic, truly powerful fish that we have not seen on the channel before. Hopefully that works out well. But I quite enjoy taking a break from that and catching these gorgeous little fish on light tackle. These itty bitty setups like this, gotta love it. Let me know if you want to see more of that, or if you want to get back to the big stuff. You tell me down below. I'll see what I can do. Like, subscribe, link in the description. Check out HovBeta from Hovsco. All right, I'll see you guys later.